Is there a big lesson you've learned? Is there a unifying theme that Sally has seen?
It's going to sound a little trite, I think. And I wrote a haiku about this in response to an article written by Ethan Bosch, who's just a friend and a researcher who I respect a lot in oncology. And the haiku I'll just say to you is to learn, listen well to the experiences voiced by patients first. And it was written in response. I sent it in as the letter to the editor in response to Ethan's publication, which was on the missing voice in drug safety as patient. And so, we aligned on thinking about why we weren't necessarily getting patients' perspective on drug safety is because we weren't really listening to them. Clinicians were making their assessment in a vacuum. They weren't getting a patient-reported outcome on what patients were experiencing. And so it sort of led me to that. But I think that came from a lot of years of, especially in community-based care, when one of my very first lessons, crossing the threshold of someone's home with my clipboard in hand at the time, because obviously didn't have digital, was having someone, invite me in. And I sat down and went down the things that were on my agenda in my clipboard. I could see this sort of like a, blandness kind of on the patient's face and the family's face. And finally, after a few times of doing that, I finally said, put the clipboard away. I walked in the house, and when I would go into the house, the very first thing most people would say to me was, would you like a glass of water? Would you like a cup of tea? Would you like some coffee? And what I found was if I said yes to that question and we sat down around the kitchen table oftentimes, and I didn't have a pen or a piece of paper in front of me, I just listened to what they had on their minds. And oftentimes I would say, so what's on your mind today? Another great question was, what kept you up last night? And so those couple of things actually started conversations in ways that they knew I was interested in what they were thinking, right? As opposed to me coming in with my clipboard and my checklist.